Hi, I'm Leopoldine and welcome back to the Mindful Shift podcast. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you are joining our tribe. This podcast is designed to empower you and help you create your best life. Are you ready to overcome any obstacles and get your manifestation? One-on-one coaching and so much more is available right now in the link down below in the description. Today's episode is really for the persons that felt anxious or fears when manifesting their desire. And because I've been there, I felt that could be a really useful one. I've already made one about this topic, but this one will be a bit different. And I know you are surely doing everything, applying the advice I give, being on your mental diet, you are doing your chosen technique every day, you are coherent in your thoughts as much as you can, you don't see any result or movement just yet. And it triggers a feeling of anxiety and fear. And I know it can be really frustrating when we want to see a result right now, in front of us, in our 3D reality. And we don't want to wait, right? I'm like that too, I don't want to wait. But truth is, it's not about manifestation being a process. It's not about just doing your technique. Because I need to remind you right now, your technique is just a tool to bring you to the right place. Aka, the right place being your new state of mind. Truly, it's how we see our lives. Why things unfold for us behind the scenes. I'm going to repeat this again. Manifestation isn't a process that you need to do to get what you want. It's something you've been doing all your life. It's something you naturally do. And I know sometimes it can be difficult to figure out what you will do just after doing your technique. What I'm going to do right now, especially when you have free time and you keep thinking about your desire. But I will recommend you to focus also on other desire you have, on other things, or keep doing your technique as much as you want to during the day as well. But if you feel triggered with anxiety and fear, maybe you can also focus on another desire you want. Or just enjoy your life and do the things you need to do, want to do for yourself. And I know how this can be, and I've struggled with this too. And when you start to change your mindset, it is important to know why you are doing it. You are reprogramming your thoughts, and you are literally letting go of old beliefs and thought patterns. Those that don't serve you anymore. Those that you don't want anymore. Let's give an example. You are manifesting your SP right now. It's really easy to fall into internal arguments in your mind or to go into nostalgia about past actions and behaviors. If this is something you want to happen again, then yes, for the nostalgia. But if this is regret and things that make you sad, then you don't need this and don't want this. And you don't want to focus on this constantly, to dwell there, because that's not helping you. And instead of focusing on what you don't have, what you experience but make you feel bad, or wondering why things aren't happening faster, you need to redirect your focus, choose again, and think about what you want and the possibilities ahead. And it's totally normal, especially at first, to get caught in opposite thoughts or past experiences that replay in your mind. But you really need to give them less importance. And I know it's not easy to do at first. Just obsess those thoughts and let them go, or tell them they don't matter. This is not who you choose to be or view yourself as anymore, or view your person as, with the example of the SP. Ask yourself, what are you thinking right now sometimes too during your day? Take a pause. Observe your thoughts. Where are they going? And ask yourself if you really want to stay there. And do this each and every time you need to. Choose again if you need to. And sometimes things don't happen as quickly as we want. That doesn't mean it's not possible. But again, you need to think it happened as quickly as you want, and you need to create a new rule for yourself as well about manifesting fast. But when things don't happen as fast as we want, it's easy to get caught up in opposite thoughts. And I do really believe, and I'm sure you know by now, that all dominant thoughts shapes our reality. We do have the power to choose where we put our focus on. And yes, sometimes, especially when we have low days, it is less easier to do so. That's when discipline comes in. And instead of doubting and spiraling in negative thoughts, you really need to choose those thoughts about what you truly desire, about the good possibilities for you, the things going into your favor right now, even if you cannot see it yet. And even if you don't see any results in your 3D reality, any movement just yet, you cannot just give up. Things are happening behind the scenes. You always have the right to not want what you want anymore. That is always an option. You you allow to change your mind. But remember, you are always creating with your thoughts, the repetitive one in your core beliefs. Let's give another example. Imagining you are planting a seed. I know it's a pretty common one in manifestation, but here I'm seeing with the law of assumption point of view and the behind the scene. Well, you don't see it sprouting overnight. That being said, that doesn't mean it's not possible. And with care and with a little bit of time, it will bloom, right? Yet, you don't see it right away, but you know it's happening. And you know, sometimes you think like you're being stuck or nothing is happening. It's pretty much like when you pick a fruit from a tree, or manifestation is a bit like that. Because when you do that, when you pick a fruit from a tree, another one is already growing. That's true also for manifestation. You are always manifesting, always. So even when you get a manifestation that you are consciously manifesting or not, there is always something manifesting in your life. Always. That's not something you can turn off. So even when you think you messed up your manifestation, which you cannot do, by the way, you cannot mess up. It can take a bit longer. That's it. You will have what you want. Or when you think like you are giving up, well, remember, you are still a powerful creator no matter what. No matter what you are thinking or feeling, it doesn't matter. You are still a powerful creator. Every present moment give you a chance to choose again to start over. And no, not starting over from the start, but to continue to choose again your thoughts. You are not starting over if you have thought the opposite of what you wanted. That's not true. You are making progress still to change your thoughts patterns. For example, you're having an amazing conversation in your mind with your friends and it feels good, or at least it feels natural and you're in the right mindset right now. But as soon as doubt stops thinking and you start thinking, where it is, where are my results, where is my manifestation, I don't see it yet. You're literally shifting back to the state of mind where there is nothing. You were in one state of mind, having that conversation in your mind, being neutral about it or joyful, whatever. And then you switch back to that other state of mind where it's not here. You cannot be in the two states at the same time. That is not possible. You're either in one or the other. Both are a choice. It's literally like when you put your keys in a place you usually don't. You're not thinking about it until the moment you need them and you start panicking and you wonder, where are my keys? I don't understand. I always put there. Where are they? And the truth is, you just left them on the door. So really, all you need to do is focus on what you want, choose again if you need to, and trust the process. You do have the power to create your desired life. And sometimes you can think you have lost something for good. It's over. And it's super normal and also easy to think it's gone forever for you. It's impossible now. When the truth is, at any moment in time, you can change what is happening for you. It is still within reach. And all you have to do is change your mindset. Change your state of mind about it. Also, like having a new car. You want a new car. If you already own one, you clearly are not stressing about it, are you? You're literally just enjoying the process because you know you will get that new car, right? And you already have one. But when you don't, and you focus on the fact you don't have a car, then you keep your focus on the things you don't have. You keep your focus on the state of mind when you don't have what you want. It's missing, it's not there. And our thoughts work like a projector. They are like showing you a movie, a story of your reality. And if you constantly thoughts about what you don't want or you don't have, that's all you will be able to perceive. But if instead you focus on what you want, as if it's already yours, as if it's promised, your perception of your reality will start to change and you will manifest it into your life. So all you need to do truthfully is change your focus and put it on what you want being yours now or any moment now. You really need to remind yourself how powerful you are and that you can create the reality you want. Because I have realized that when you focus on something, it's the fact that you focus on those thoughts, that story, that create an emotional response in your body. And you do that naturally without even forcing it. And the more you think about it, and actually the more it will manifest into your life. So all you need to do is remind yourself you are the creator here. You are the boss. You are the one in charge. Put yourself on the pedestal. Put your desire down. Please do that. You are the most important here. Remind yourself that. Let's imagine that together. Imagine a powerful being like a god walking on earth and feeling anxious, feeling fear and doubts. That would literally not make sense, right? Because a powerful being, a creator, know their strength. They just need to recognize it's theirs. And that's all we need to do ourselves. So whenever you feel anxious, remind yourself that your thoughts, your dominant thoughts, create your reality. Remind yourself you have the power to change anything you want at any moment. And if you want to stay a moment in those type of thoughts, but you know you can change that a bit later, then that's okay too. But do remind yourself you have the power to change that, to not stay there, because you do have that power. And I will recommend you to, even you don't have to do that, but it's also a possibility if you want to. You can write down every time you manifest something consciously. You can remind yourself what you already had manifested in your life. Polar it, everything. Also to recognize how much your thoughts influence your life, your experiences. It's a bit like a gratitude journal, right? But with what you are manifesting right now and in the past. You really need to find that neutral space in yourself as much as possible. It doesn't need to be joyous. It doesn't need to be exciting. Neutral is good. Even anger is better than sadness sometimes. Because truly, no one else can do it for you. No one else can shift your thoughts for you. No one else can keep your mental diet for you. No one else can be consistent and stick to your technique for you. But remember and keep in mind also that no emotions, none of them can prevent you from getting what you want. So even if you feel sad, if you keep your thoughts in check, so even if you feel sad or even depressed, you can manifest anything you want. And instead of being caught up into the process of manifesting what you want, remember the basics. Your thoughts create. Your dominant, repetitive thoughts and beliefs create and shape your experiences. And by focusing on what you want being yours right now or at any moment now, your emotions and perceptions will shift and you will create the life you want. You will manifest anything you desire. And when you focus on what you want being yours and commit to it fully, all you need to do is really just trust the process and enjoy the journey. And it doesn't have to be long. Really. It's really like planning a vacation. Think about it. You don't spend every day worrying if you will get there, if it's going to happen, right? You are just excited and start preparing yourself to get there. That's it. You really need to approach your desires the same way. If you truly want what you are manifesting right now, just enjoy the anticipation of its being on its way to you, of you getting what you want any minute now. Let go of doubts. Yes, it's not always easy. Yes, it is a choice you need to make, but it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be long. So keep in mind that your repetitive thoughts and your beliefs create your reality. So keep consistent with those. And it really is not worth stressing over your desires every day. Again, think about planning a travel. You really get excited about it instead of worrying, right? You do know it's going to happen anyway. It's the same for your desires. You need to think about it the same way. It's a destination. You will get there. If you can relax, if you can have positive emotions while you are manifesting, great, wonderful. But if you can't, don't stress over it. If you at least can go to a neutral place, that's even better. But if you cannot, again, don't stress. But from my experience, every time I went to a more neutral place or I arrived with repetition to a more neutral space, feeling wise, because it will come with repetition. That's when things went way more faster for me. But honestly, it's not a requirement either way. That's a possibility though. And I only speak from my experience. And when you are feeling at least more neutral, it's also more comfortable for you than struggling constantly, right? Battling with your emotions. And you can also choose to use your technique to get there. It's possible as well. And truly, I get it. We all have moments of doubts or fears, days off. You cannot desire what you cannot have. You desire them for a reason. Focus on being consistent in your mind instead of constantly doubting things, constantly questioning yourself, constantly asking yourself if it will work out. They do if you think they do. You are the one deciding. You cannot be questioning yourself if it is working and being the one in charge. You are the one saying if it's working or not for you. Because when you do that, all you are doing is having an argument in your mind, contradicting yourself. yourself. And it's totally okay to have days off. It's totally okay to have low days. I do have those myself. I'm a human like you. And if you're feeling down, take a moment for yourself. Let it pass. Take a day if you want to. If you need to, please do that. I wouldn't stop doing the technique, but if I really need to, if it triggers too much anxiety and fears, I would stop affirming for what I want at least for a day or few hours and focus on myself. I will not stop doing my technique, but I will choose to redirect my technique on me, on telling myself I am safe and I always get what I want and everything is always working out in my favor, no matter what. Reassuring myself and bringing a sense of safety, because this is also really important for you to do so if you feel you need to. And sometimes going more general in your affirmations can do that. I also love to use "Isn't it wonderful" in those cases. It's not really like giving up on your technique or your desire because it includes your desire anyway. It's just a more general statement. It's not specified. That's it. And you will get back to your more specific thoughts using your technique later when you feel better. So that's okay. And remember, feelings never last. It will move through you. It will pass. And you have the power to shift anything you desire, to change anything you want at any moment. Don't forget that. But please don't dwell too long in those. Don't drown in this. Take care of yourself. Put yourself first as much as you need to. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Remember, it's not the end until you get what you want. Have an amazing week ahead. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!